Imagine holding a book that has changed more millionaires' lives than almost any other. This is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Published in 1937, it has sold over 100 million copies worldwide. The book isn't just about money. It's about mindset, persistence, and the principles of success. If you've ever felt stuck or wondered why some people rise to the top, this book holds the answers. In this review, I'll walk you through its most powerful ideas. I'll show you why it still matters almost a century later, and I'll explain how you can apply its lessons to your own life. But first, you need to know the story behind it. Napoleon Hill was a young journalist in the early 1900s. One day, he was given an interview with steel magnate Andrew Carnegie. Carnegie was one of the richest men in the world at the time. During their conversation, Carnegie posed a challenge. He asked Hill if he was willing to dedicate 20 years to studying successful people. Carnegie promised to introduce Hill to the most powerful minds of the era. These included Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, and Alexander Graham Bell. But Carnegie wouldn't pay him a dime. Hill had to do it on his own. Hill said yes. For the next 2 decades, Hill interviewed hundreds of high achievers. He searched for patterns in their habits and thinking. He wanted to find a universal formula for success. Eventually, he distilled it into 13 principles. These principles became Think and Grow Rich. Hill believed that success begins with a clear, burning desire. He believed the mind is a powerful force that shapes reality. And he believed that anyone, regardless of background, could achieve greatness. That message was revolutionary in the 1930s. It's still powerful today. The first principle Hill discusses is desire. Desire is the starting point of all achievement. Without it, nothing happens. Hill wrote, "The starting point of all achievement is desire." But he didn't mean a vague wish. He meant a deep, definite, and persistent want. A want so strong it pushes you to act every single day. Think of it as the fuel for your journey. Without fuel, even the best car won't move. Without desire, even the most talented person won't succeed. Hill tells the story of Edwin C. Barnes. Barnes wanted to work with Thomas Edison. He didn't want to work for Edison. He wanted to be his business partner. Barnes didn't have money. He didn't have connections, but he had a burning desire. He took a train to Edison's office. He told Edison his goal. Edison later said Barnes looked like an ordinary tramp. But Edison also saw determination in his eyes. He gave Barnes a job, not as a partner, but in the sales department. Barnes didn't complain. He worked hard and learned everything he could. Years later, Barnes saw an opportunity to sell Edison's new machine. He seized it. He sold so well that he became Edison's partner after all. Barnes's story proves Hill's point. Desire backed by action creates opportunity, and opportunity, when seized, leads to success. Hill's second principle is faith. Faith is believing in your vision, even when no one else does. Hill saw faith as a mindset, not just a religious concept. It's about convincing your own mind that your goal will happen. He believed thoughts mixed with emotion become powerful. Positive belief fuels persistence. Negative belief kills it. Faith is built through repetition. Hill advised using affirmations daily. He called this auto-suggestion. Auto-suggestion means feeding your mind with positive commands. It's a way to reprogram your subconscious. Hill compared it to planting seeds in a garden. If you plant weeds, weeds will grow. If you plant flowers, flowers will grow. Your mind works the same way. What you tell yourself every day eventually becomes your reality. Say, "I can't," and your mind will prove you right. Say, "I can," and your mind will look for ways to make it true. It's not magic, it's psychology. Modern science calls this the reticular activating system. It's the part of your brain that filters information. If you decide to buy a red car, you suddenly see red cars everywhere. If you decide you're unlucky, you'll notice every bad thing. If you decide you're capable, you'll start spotting opportunities. Hill understood this decades before brain science proved it. That's why he stressed daily mental conditioning. He knew your thoughts become your reality. But thoughts alone aren't enough. You need action. Desire gives you the reason to start. Faith gives you the confidence to continue. Autosuggestion gives you the mental programming to persist. But there's another ingredient: specialized knowledge. Hill said, "General knowledge is cheap. You can find it in any library or online. Specialized knowledge is what creates real value. It's focused, applied knowledge in a specific field. It's what makes you stand out, and it's what turns ideas into wealth. Specialized knowledge is what separates amateurs from experts." Hill believed you don't have to know everything yourself. You can organize knowledge from other people. This is what Andrew Carnegie did. He surrounded himself with experts in steel production. Carnegie didn't need to be the smartest in every area. He just needed to bring smart people together. The same is true today. Look at Elon Musk. He's not an engineer for every part of SpaceX, but he knows how to find and lead the best engineers. Specialized knowledge can be learned through experience. It can be bought by hiring the right people, or it can be borrowed by partnering with experts. Hill's point was simple. General knowledge without action is useless. Specialized knowledge applied with purpose is power. Once you have it, the next principle is persistence. Persistence is the ability to keep going when others quit. It's what turns temporary defeat into permanent victory. Hill saw persistence as the most important trait of all. He wrote, "Persistence is to the character of man as carbon is to steel. Without persistence, talent and intelligence are wasted." Think of Thomas Edison. He failed thousands of times before perfecting the light bulb. Each failure was a lesson, not a dead end. That's the mindset you need. Most people give up just before they succeed. Hill called this 3 feet from gold. He told the story of a miner who quit too soon. This miner dug for weeks without finding gold. Discouraged, he sold his equipment to another man. The new owner hired an expert to study the mine. The expert found that gold was just 3 feet away from where the first miner stopped. The lesson? Don't stop when things get tough. Push a little further. Success often comes right after the hardest part. Hill said persistence can be developed. It grows when your desire is strong enough. Surrounding yourself with the right people also builds persistence. Hill called this the mastermind. A mastermind is a group of people working together toward a common goal. They share ideas, encouragement, and accountability. It's more than networking. It's strategic alliance. Carnegie had a mastermind. Henry Ford had one too. Today's entrepreneurs form masterminds online and in person. The principle hasn't changed. The mastermind creates a kind of shared intelligence. Hill believed this was almost like a third mind formed between people. Each member brings unique knowledge. Together, they solve problems faster. They keep each other motivated, and they see opportunities others miss. Alone, you can achieve much. With the right team, you can achieve more. Hill said every great fortune had a mastermind behind it. That's why he considered it essential. Another key principle Hill taught was decision-making. Successful people make decisions quickly and firmly. They change them slowly, if at all. Unsuccessful people do the opposite. They take forever to decide, and they change their minds often. Hill saw indecision as a success killer. Opportunities move fast. If you wait too long, they pass you by. Decisive action builds confidence. This doesn't mean acting without thought. It means gathering enough information, then moving forward. Many people wait for perfect conditions. Hill warned that perfect conditions never come. The right time to start is now. Adjust as you go. Think of starting a business. If you wait until you know everything, you'll never begin. The same is true for personal goals. Start with what you have, where you are. Hill also talked about overcoming fear. He identified 6 major fears: poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death. These fears stop people from taking action. Fear of criticism is especially powerful. Many people never chase their dreams because they fear what others will say. Hill urged readers to ignore the doubters. Your vision is yours, not theirs. Fear can be controlled through action. The more you do the thing you fear, the less power it has. Courage is built step by step. Hill's principles are simple, but they require discipline. That's why most people don't follow them. They start strong, but fade quickly. The winners are those who stay consistent. Think of going to the gym. Results come from showing up week after week, not from one intense workout. The same applies to building wealth, skills, or relationships. Persistence plus time equals results. Hill believed faith without action is just wishful thinking. Real faith is proven by the steps you take. Every major achievement begins with belief, then moves to action. He compared faith to a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Small victories build confidence for bigger challenges. If you can achieve one small goal, you can believe in bigger ones. This belief fuels momentum. Momentum keeps you moving forward. That's how success compounds over time. Imagination is another key principle. Hill said imagination turns desire into plans. He described two types: synthetic imagination and creative imagination. Synthetic imagination rearranges existing ideas. Creative imagination produces entirely new ideas. Both are valuable for success. Most business innovations are a mix of both. For example, smartphones combined existing technologies in new ways. That's synthetic imagination. Creative imagination might be inventing something no one has seen before. Hill encouraged readers to set aside time for imagination. He called it organized imagination. It's about thinking intentionally, not just daydreaming. Many people never stop to visualize their goals. They work hard, but without clear direction. Imagination gives you a mental blueprint. The clearer the picture, the easier it is to build. Athletes use visualization to improve performance. Entrepreneurs use it to design businesses. Anyone can use it to map out a better future. Hill believed the brain is like a broadcasting and receiving station. It sends out thoughts and picks up thoughts from others. Your mental signal attracts people and opportunities aligned with it. This idea might sound mystical, but modern psychology supports parts of it. People are drawn to confidence and clarity. If you speak about your goals with certainty, others take you seriously. If you hesitate or doubt yourself, they sense it. That's why faith, desire, and imagination work together. They shape how the world responds to you, and they shape how you respond to the world. Hill also warned about procrastination. Procrastination kills dreams more quietly than failure. Failure teaches lessons. Procrastination teaches nothing. Many people hide behind planning. They think about starting for months or years, but thinking without doing is wasted energy. Action turns ideas into reality. Even imperfect action beats endless waiting. Hill's advice was simple: start now, improve later. Another critical idea is the subconscious mind. Hill believed your subconscious stores every thought and emotion you feed it. It influences your actions without you realizing it. That's why controlling your mental input is vital. If you constantly feed your mind with fear and doubt, it will guide you toward failure. If you feed it with confidence and clear goals, it will guide you toward success. Your subconscious works all day and night. It never takes a break. Train it wisely, and it becomes your greatest ally. Neglect it, and it becomes your greatest obstacle. Hill also discussed the power of the sixth sense. He described it as intuition, a sense beyond the five physical ones. It's the ability to make quick, accurate judgments without full information. Intuition develops from experience, observation, and self-awareness. The more you trust it, the sharper it becomes. Many successful leaders rely on gut feelings when making big decisions. They balance logic with instinct. Hill believed the sixth sense works best when the other principles are in place. Desire, faith, and imagination prepare the mind to receive insights. These insights often arrive unexpectedly. Hill ended the book with a warning about fear and negativity. He said fear is the enemy of progress. It clouds judgment and kills confidence. Negative influences, including certain people, can sabotage you. That's why guarding your mind is as important as training it. Choose your environment carefully. Surround yourself with people who believe in your goals. Limit exposure to those who constantly doubt or criticize you. Protect your time and energy. Every choice you make either moves you closer to your goals or further away. To apply Hill's ideas today, start with one principle at a time. Write down a clear, specific goal you truly want. Turn it into a plan with small daily actions. Repeat affirmations to build faith in that goal. Use visualization to see yourself already achieving it. Seek specialized knowledge related to it. Build a mastermind group to support you. Make decisions quickly and follow through. Persist when it gets hard. Guard your mind against fear and negativity. If you follow these steps, your mindset will shift. Opportunities will appear where you didn't notice them before. You'll start thinking like the successful people Hill studied. And you'll stop thinking like the average person who gives up. Success will feel less like luck and more like cause and effect. This is what Hill meant by thinking and growing rich. Richness is not only about money, it's also about freedom, purpose, and fulfillment. Money is a tool, but the real wealth is becoming the kind of person who can create it. Let's bring everything together. Napoleon Hill spent over 20 years studying the most successful people of his time. He found they all followed similar principles. Desire was the starting point. Faith kept them going when the road got tough. Autosuggestion trained their minds for success. Specialized knowledge gave them an edge. Persistence carried them through obstacles. A mastermind network multiplied their ideas and motivation. Decisiveness turned opportunities into results. They managed fear instead of letting it control them. They used imagination to design their futures. They kept their minds focused on what they wanted, not on what they feared. And they took consistent action. These are not theories. They are proven habits, tested by time. They worked in the 1930s. They work today. And they will still work decades from now. Success principles don't expire. The world has changed since Hill's time. We have the internet, smartphones, and global markets. But human nature hasn't changed. People still dream of better lives. People still face doubt and fear, and people still need a plan to reach their goals. Hill's principles are that plan. The details may shift, but the foundation stays the same. Your burning desire is your fuel. Your faith is your engine. Your imagination is your design. Your persistence is your roadmap. Your mastermind is your pit crew. And your decisions are the turns you take along the way. Without these, success becomes luck. With them, success becomes inevitable. But there's a catch. You can't just listen to this review and expect change. You must act on it. Action is the bridge between learning and results. Start small, but start now. Write down one clear goal. Set a deadline. Break it into steps you can do this week. Repeat your goal to yourself every morning and night. Picture yourself already living it. Find people who can help you. Offer your skills in return. Keep moving, even when it gets hard. Especially when it gets hard. Expect setbacks. They're part of the process. Treat them as lessons, not failures. Remember the story of the miner who stopped 3 feet from gold. Don't make his mistake. Push through that last bit of resistance. The breakthrough is often right on the other side. Keep your mind focused on what you want. Guard it from negativity. Your mind is the most powerful tool you own. Use it to build, not to doubt. Think and Grow Rich is more than a book. It's a philosophy for life. It's a manual for turning dreams into reality. Whether you want money, freedom, or personal fulfillment, the principles apply. But they only work if you work them. Reading is the first step. Doing is the second. Doing consistently is the third. Master all three, and your results will surprise you. Even you might not recognize the person you become. If you're feeling inspired right now, that's good. Inspiration is the spark. But don't let it fade when this video ends. Turn that spark into a fire. Take one action today, no matter how small. Message someone who can help you. Research one skill you need to learn. Start saving money for a project. Whatever it is, do it before the day is over. Success rewards the doers, not the dreamers. I've shared Hill's timeless lessons with you. Now the rest is in your hands. You could watch another video and forget all of this. Or you could take the first step toward your own success story. A year from now, you could look back and be grateful you started today. Or you could wish you had. The choice is yours. As Hill said, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. That includes you, especially you. If you found value in this review, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Leave a comment with your biggest takeaway from this book. I read every comment, and I'd love to hear your story. Hit the like button so more people can find this message. Subscribe if you want more reviews of life-changing books. This is just the beginning of your journey. The next chapter is unwritten. You hold the pen, start writing it today, and remember, think, act, and grow rich.